Rogers, who has a look at our forecast. Hi, Allison.
Hey there. Very busy radar out there tonight. So looking at this, and you can see tons of heavy rainfall, tons of lightning moving through northern Kentucky. The heart of the metro seeing this rain approaching 75 as we speak. That thunder and lightning going to be impacting areas of central Cincinnati metro, closer to Wyoming here fairly soon. In fact, you've already started to hear that thunder in Gulf Manor and in Wyoming. And we have that heavy rain just south of Forest Park. You're still seeing some of that heavy rainfall if you are in Forest Park, but really south of that, that's where it gets really heavy there. White Oak still seeing this heavy rainfall, and then we've got some heavier downpour starting to approach the west side of town as well. Cleves, you're seeing that right now. That's going to start to move into areas around Addiston. Even though you just got a little downpour, another one on the way. This all moving into Cheviot, Delhi. You'll likely see at least some of this. The bulk of it might stay to the north of you, but it's not too far away from the airport either. And in fact, just south of the airport, we have additional downpours, and this is producing potentially some winds gusting closer to 40 to 50 miles per hour. So this is a heavy downpour and a stronger thunderstorm that's moving into Union. It's not severe warned at this point, but again, it does look like it is producing some stronger winds closer to about 40 to 50 miles per hour. If it gets closer to 60, that's where it would get that severe thunderstorm warning. Plenty of lightning associated with this one too. So if you live in Florence or in Union, you need to go ahead and get inside. I would say stay inside until this loud storm passes by you. We've got additional loud thunderstorms impacting areas of southeastern Indiana too. And in fact, this one stretches all the way south. It actually is impacting the northern half of Gallatin County as well, right around Rising Sun and just to the south of that. Southeastern Indiana seeing this rainfall overspreading I-74. This is moving through areas of Dearborn County, and it's going to continue to impact Harrison here fairly soon, even though you just wrapped up with that thunderstorm that's now moving into the central Cincinnati metro. We've got this other one just behind it here. Sunman, Manchester, you'll start to see some of this heavy rain moving into your neck of the woods pretty soon as well. Hamilton, you're done with that heavier downpour, but you're still close enough to be too close for comfort with that lightning. So make sure to still stay inside. If you've got any outdoor sports going on or practices, make sure you're still inside with that one. Approaching 75 as we speak, so this is going to start to make its way into Mason fairly soon. We also have some rainfall impacting Woodlawn, Green Hills, Forest Park, and then additional thunderstorms going to move into Sharonville, Evendale, areas around Lincoln Heights going to start to see some of that rain and that thunder too. Closer to 5 o'clock, more of the metro seeing this rain. You'll see on Futurecast we're actually dealing with these downpours for a few hours here tonight. I think as we get into that 6, 7 o'clock time frame, Loveland, Anderson, Batavia, you're all still seeing some thunder and lightning. And then even closer to about 10 o'clock tonight, we'll hold on to that potential for thunderstorms. The good news with tomorrow, we've got CPS back in school, and it looks like at this point we should be mostly dry tomorrow, but it stays cloudy and also a little bit breezy too, with some winds closer to about 10 miles per hour throughout the day. With that cloud cover, that actually might feel a little bit chilly because temperatures tomorrow are going to struggle to make it out of the 70s. Here's that storm that's impacting Union and Florence right now. We've got a great shot of that here across the river. And again, that storm is potentially producing some winds closer to 50 miles per hour. So some of these storms certainly packing a punch. 88 right now in Cincinnati, feels like 93 degrees. That's going to go down pretty quickly as we start to see more rain getting closer to the airport. Tomorrow only about 79. 85 on Thursday. Going into the weekend, it gets warm. In fact, we're flirting with 90 again Saturday, but then by Sunday, after a front that moves through on Saturday, that could bring us an isolated shower. We start to cool off, and we cool off potentially in a big way. Just looking at temperatures struggling to make it out of the 70s again on Monday and Tuesday. Ashley and